Pistol round live. Heroic is going to be starting on the CT side. We've got NaVi starting on the offensive side on their own map pick. Simple's got that classic P250, as we know, the raid boss setup. And, oh, 4 pistols and halls for Heroic. Double dually setup. That gets my NPL hard.
Just gonna let that one sit for a moment.
Yeah,
right?
thank you. I appreciate that.
So I started giggling, but I want to come in deadly serious for round 1. So here we are. Shush, holding on to this apartment's push. Oh, he's deleted immediately. Big. That's lovely. 4 pistols on 2 players in the apartments, and they are deleted.
Oh, that's brutal. What an incredible pair of shots out of Bit. And it looks like, okay, we're back. We're back. It's all good. Everyone breathe. And Heroic hasn't moved. They haven't budged from the B bomb site. No point. Those kills came out so fast from Bit. There's no chance you're getting back into that round.
Yeah, that's a really brutal way for the first pistol to fall. You know, especially because you think about that kind of, you know, Heroic OG matchup from yesterday. It was the CT side where Heroic kind of did their best work. Everything fell off in that second half once they swapped over to the T side, if you remember. They couldn't penetrate through that OG kind of top mid control. It was pretty gnarly for Heroic.
And I guess we'll see when we switch sides. NaVi, would they have seen that in the demo review, in the preparation, and actually called it like, let's do something similar. Let's make sure we're challenging at brackets since they had such a tough time handling it. And that also would be the question mark with the stand-in, with NPL playing in this team. Will they have enough coordination? But that's a conversation that we can have when the second half begins. This is obviously a fantastic pistol round for NaVi to open up.
Do with it. They're looking to take away top mid control very, very early here. Creeping through this smoke on the short side and Bit catching that timing over in the apartments. This A play is underway. And if someone doesn't step up soon, it might just be another one of these saves. MPL, that nade might do it. Cadian blowing out by him. And so NaVi are in with the second. It's a save for Config and Tesses.
I like that. It's a much more convincing call as well. Just get up mid, make contact, and keep pushing forward. Trust those MAC-10s to be space creators. Well done from NPL as well. The initial kill, the opening kill, and the grenade follow-up. 1-0, now 2-0 for NaVi. Decent damage done by Heroic, but unfortunately not able to turn the tides. Tesses and Config remaining alive. It's an interesting conversation the desk was having in the pre-match, not during the tech delay, about the electronic in-game leadership. Because I don't think you could look at it and say, in my mind, I don't look at it and say I think electronic's doing a bad job as an in-game leader. But I think more than anything, they're missing that kind of like right-hand man factor, where he's always been the second star, he's always been the second guy right there with Simple. I think that's kind of the factor of electronic that they're missing, switching him over, and that's the issue that they're trying to make up with guys like SDY, with guys like NPL bringing into it, trying to get Bit back into his rookie form.
Yeah, you know, I think that's actually a very good.
Well, here we are, round 3. Should be a little bit easier, although not that anything's been particularly difficult for NaVi just yet, but 3 unarmored players, just 1 P250 upgrade on Yabi.
I like the Cadian Zeus.
Oh yeah, he does have that. Where's he positioned? Ooh.
It's a good spot for it. There's only one guy there. This is meant to be.
This could be shocking.
This is going to be a Zeus kill. I can just feel it in my bones.
It's not.
Oh, what? No, don't you dare look over there. Oh,
no. Well,
wait.
All right.
Down in the pit. All right. Nice
Bang.
tap for Simple. Oh. And Config runs down MPL. Simple's trying to come in for this trade. That bomb's going back up Banana. This is a little awkward here for NaVi. The Electronic runs past.
No.
This is crazy. Yabi with the trigger discipline. It's only 1 kill out of it. But it slows down this rotate through CT, and now Heroic know what's happening in this round. They know it's the CT to B split. 1 man still in the site. Tess says waits with the 5-7. Here they come. Up and over, but the 5-7 strikes. Hello.
Oh, all the way over.
Those hops right on over him. That's devastating. Heroic stealing away with the 4-spy. A USP kill here and there. The 5-7s that were saved out of that last round, getting kills apiece.
Did the Zeus do damage to clean that up, or was it for the USP?
I think it did nothing. I think it was a flat miss.
All right. Well, nice shooting with the USP.
It was distracting enough. He like flinched a lot as he shot it.
Well, that's the big kill. That's the rookie mistake. NPL trying to turn that corner, nade in hand. He's trying to chuck the nade out towards the half wall with that US. Unfortunate for NPL. That's going to be frustrating. 2-1. Navi have the cash flow to buy right back up into it. Missing a couple nades, but nothing too critical. For Heroic, it's a very strong buy. Two recovered Galils, a recovered AK-47, and op on Cadian. Their economy is immediately bolstered by that turnaround. Look at the cash they got in the bank already after just one win. 4,800 on Tess's, 3,800 on Cadian, 32 on Shush. That ain't bad.
Retake banana, Util lobbed in, but Simple waits over the top of this smoke for anyone to try and retake this banana side. Electronics even gone through the smoke, but that Overwatch from Simple, they know that no one from Heroic was here actually fighting for the top of B. Tess's has thrown in that smoke to put a stop to the B rush, but he's left this side of the map alone, and that might start to shuffle up this CT defense.
2-2 split for the defense. Yabi and Tess's at B. Cadian and Shush over at A. They're positioned in pit, far away. This Molotov gonna try and put a stop to it. 23 seconds on the clock, gonna delay things. Utility being deployed. No smoke to extinguish the Molotov, so they've got to wait it out. And time is running down.
Yeah, this is really being left into the final margins here. The entries have got to be clean. Over the top, Yabi gets involved, but dead after the first. And the other two for Heroic hadn't even begun rotating over. With the plant for NaVi and Heroic so far removed, Cadian might be floating around towards CT, but this is not a round they will ever attempt.
They're kept very honest by the potential fallback from NaVi, a potential lurker over at the A bomb site to try and open up a second plan for NaVi. Shush and Cadian didn't budge, despite the fact that the Molotov deployed on defense could have actually bought them time to rotate over and be in a position to maybe just chuck out a single flashbang, anything. So Navi's going to get their third round. They overcome the hiccups of round 3. And back into a powerful position, but again, because of the economy growth, because of returning on a low buy round, great triple from Shush to keep his weapon alive. That's going to take resources away from NaVi, and Heroic's going to have another strong buy in this round. They're not done yet. Good entries from Electronic. This one's great. Just a heads-up fight in the open. This one's wonderful as well. Low HP, but handles a great headshot on the Tesses. Even the spam. All right.
Lost to the hands of time. Over in the apartment, Shush has got an aggressive. Now finds himself in a bit of a risque position. Pushed into the bedroom. They're either side of it, but they are past him in middle. He could find this timing.
Navi's wasting. Oh, yeah, he could find the bomb. That would be huge if he's able to grab. Perfecto! Missed the opportunity. Now Bit's there to turn the corner. This is perfect from Navi. Poor little Yabi all alone. Config's hustling through library, but Heroic's in trouble.
Yeah, they have everyone here this time, right? They have a reason to fight in this. Ooh, in this moment, Config has just really enticed them in. That double around the smoke, and now Yabi holding down the site. This one's flipped on its head. Perfecto and Bit fighting back, doing all they can. But Config, the man who kickstarted this retake, now the one who's got to finish it in the 1v2. Up through the short side. Plant at the back of the site right now. He's got a 1v1 to this Pit player, but he's missed that timing instead. Going to try and wait for this stand from the man in the site, but Perfecto nails the shot and puts a stop to Config midway through his reign of terror.
Yeah, that's a great effort to pull this round back. Oh, this is disgusting.
That's just crazy!
No! Oh. All right. Well, we're starting to get a feel for the tone that Navi's coming into this game with. 4-1. And a relatively busted buy. Simple's going to move forward, but the Flames make it a very difficult fight. An easy one for Tesses to grab the headshot. Deep nade down should do some good chip damage. Electronic brought to 60.
But they're still pushing and prodding over here towards B. It's even moving back. This is looking like NaVi are very, very interested as to what this B site has in store. Now, there's still a lot of utility in play here for Heroic. they can try and put a stop to any sort of immediate reaction at B, and that smoke in your face after you've lost 2 players committing to get this top B control, that's a rough spot for Navi to be in. It's forced them to consider other options.
I think they're just going to save.
Oof.
Yeah, they've got nothing to do, really. I mean, you have no presence elsewhere on the map, coming all the way back and trying to clear things out. Everyone had shifted over towards Banana to make that work. Good round from Heroic, forcing Navi into some uncomfortable fights. Simple fighting in flames. Perfecto just dry peeking into the B bomb site of so many angles. Simple's got 1600. Perfecto's got 1200. They can't drop weapons, obviously, with this save coming in, but someone's going to drop Simple an AK-47, you'd think. After that shot on Acadian, that surely should be like, bro, just give me the AK.
Yeah, you'd like to think so, right? Surely that earns him one.
You think it's going to be the rookie? You think it's going to be like hazing? Like, yo, NPL.
He hits up MVL for it. Well, because MVL can't say no. You know, like, he has to give him the AK. Simple looks to you and says, like, mate, drop the AK. Like, what are you going to do? Be like, nah, man, I got this round.
Good hold. Navi just playing a very simple game.
Safe way. Perfecto's flashed up Banana. This time Navi kind of leaving themselves a bit of a backdoor with MPL trying to take this apartment's control. Hoping that that will leave some options open if this round starts in a similar vein to the last. And so a bit more of a kind of spread out default early here for Navi.
Okay, just pre-fire at the corner. 4-man stack in brackets for Heroic. This is so deadly, and it looks like Navi's going to wander right into it.
Yeah, your big vulnerability is the apartments, but no one's in a position to get quickly out through balcony, and so all the contacts made in mid first. Heroic win it with 3 kills and bit. Yeah, just a little late to really have any impact here, right? If that was kind of time with that top mid peak, with that swing, he has a chance to deal with those short players. But now, because it's so late in the round, he's going to be hard-pressed to get involved. They know where he is now. Out of the apartments and into the Lion's Den. Heroic are all over middle.
Yeah, I mean, if there's some trades as they try and come up mid, some utility deployed to make things uncomfortable, Bit can actually, I mean, it's a very powerful position to wrap around and help bust up that stack, but with all of his players just getting deleted, all of his teammates just disappearing so quickly, no chance for him to be involved and have any kind of impact. So Heroic at their 3rd. I mean, they've done a good job of hanging on to this point with Navi, responding after an immediate win earlier, winning the pistol as well.
So finally, Heroic stand to win the money game. Navi, this one could be a bit of a feeler. Try to do some damage. Try to get a read for what's going on over here towards this A side of the map.
A couple of P250s, but once again, you're really relying on Simple with these kind of dry peaks in middle with that deagle to get something done. He's chunked down to half HP. No flashbangs, no smokes, nothing to activate anybody, nothing to take away any angles from the defensive side. And Cadian spots the shoulder, and once again, it is a slaughter trying to get up mid. Good crossfire, this time just 2 players. Yabby goes for style points with the deagle of his...
Fast Banana taken by Tess as this util layout lobbed on in, and he's taken all the control away early. Isn't head armor on 2 players for this Heroic squad? Surely that doesn't come back to punish them, right? We do have Shush falling early over here in middle, boosted up. He's the first man out of the round. Now Yabby up close on short is going to try his hand at this trade, but they just try to avoid him. Back into the danger zone for this boiler player, and Simple shut down by Yabby on the short side. Suddenly that man advantage is flipped back the other way. Bit will collect that trade frag eventually. And so he's at least leveled the playing field for now.
Yeah, wait for Yabby to stand tall. That's a great double kill that he's able to get before going down. 3-on-3, Cadian's got an op on the mid-ramp. Still just a lone defender boosted up on the half wall at Banana. Fantastis has a Molotov if he gets into any kind of trouble, so Heroic is very comfortable keeping 2 players at the A bomb site. They know what's happening on the map right now. They've got great information and a great read and good positioning with this op.
Yeah, he's going to be at a really good spot to get a stop to this, but Electronic takes his head off. Cadian gone, and so Config's got to do this now from up in the graveyard on the short side. They nearly line up for him. It's Good damage, but a 2v1 numbers alone could end up deciding this. Tess says fast up through middle. Now the money is really good for Heroic.
Go for it.
You can definitely justify giving this a look and see if they give you that golden ticket, a 1v1 to break you into this retake. Molly used it pit. At least clears one of these angles, right? Has a bit of a better picture as to where they could be, but it's bit with that turn. Dodges the flash and then is quick to the mark. NaVi with a 5th. And it's, you know, really, really important that Electronic got away with that kill as cleanly as he did in mid.
I think
that's
that's
kind of a series of like key frags happening here for this top mid control.
This is a really weird peek, that like little half jiggle, whatever it is that Electronic pulled off. Cadian saw a shoulder and just saw it kind of vibrating back and really without utility. We're not seeing smoke towards left mid. Cadian's gonna get aggressive, blinded. Nades coming in and taking a really tough shot, not connecting.
Ooh, that's rough. The molly spreads. Finds Perfecto tucked in behind the half wall. And I mean, you saw Config was about to get aggressive there, but he's like, okay, the molly did it for me. Bananas looked pretty fine from what I could tell, and they're just going to play the advantage here. Fall back into this 2-3 setup between the B and A site. NaVi are looking for solutions out in top middle.
I mean, this time at least they use utility to gain control of it. They've seen so much presence. I think also the indication that Cadian was over at the B bomb site early gave them a little bit of courage to move up as well. Question becomes, what do they do from here with brackets control? Need to force back any presence in Banana, so Electronic and Bit are going to handle that, and this might be an improvised mid to B split. With the bomb in the hands of Electronic.
Yeah, but Heroic are poised quite nicely to deal with an attempt at the mid to B. With Cadian holding down the arch side, could be hard pressed. Ooh, or it could be easy. NPL gets rid of the Danish AWP. Config has to come back to try and plug this hole at CT, and he will. Tess says, caught with the molly out. Bits lined up a double. Burning, but he just extinguishes it. Down to 6 HP, but in with the chance, in with the bomb plant now. Bit trying to blow off a bit of steam, gets back. They're behind the new box, plays this one a little safer.
This is getting naded, surely, right? Shush has it.
One nade could end it. Will Shush pick the right spot? No peek at a Bit, no noise made. This has just got to be the read. They've moved into the site, they're closing the gap. No utils coming out! A Bit! That is a crazy shot! One more man! He does do damage. He threw a bit of util down onto the bomb. The molly, is that going to be enough? Oh my God! Bit with the clutch! As Heroic crumble under the pressure.
Oh my lord, that first flick. And bro, it's so heartbreaking. Heroic had the solution the whole time. The nade was never deployed.
I cannot believe what we've just seen there. This shot!
Get out!
And then Shush like trying to just get on the bomb that much faster.
I don't think I've ever seen Electronic make that noise.
That is just a feel-good moment for NaVi. That's one that kind of reminds you who you are a little bit.
Ooh.
Tess says mid-aggro, this is nice, but
oh
Bit
my lord.
turns on a dime, flicks to this guy's middle name. Look at him go.
He's back. Five on 4 for NaVi. They got a minute to work with. Happy to play this one slow. Cadian's got a good read, though. He's going to start rotating over, and support utility is dropped and stockpiled for him. They can commit 2 players to the bomb site and 1 to CT spawn. Make that 1 player in the bomb site. Make that potentially 0 players inside the bomb site. And Cadian's got to back away with the M4, so it's 7th round for NaVi.
Okay. All right, NaVi, you have my attention. This is starting to feel a little more like it, right? Because even early on, I think when you look, even outside of like the heroics a bit, having that miraculous clutch, which I know we want to talk about, and you know, even outside of things like the little simple one tap down middle, there's been just some really nice protocols thus far out of NaVi, right? There was that round where like Heroic threw in the retake banana util for the first time. That was the round, if you remember, where they assembled the boost, get the info that no one had aggroed, and then like Electronic came in with that big 3K opener. Just little things like that, like the kind of interplay, the kind of procedures and protocols to react. That's one that actually gets worse the more they me play it.
Yeah, but surely, like, I mean, you think you have like a nade on the retake. Why not just chuck it, you know, back behind triple? You see it frequently. Just throw it into a position that can be so strong in the post plant. That would have sealed it. Regardless, Cadian now with his saved M4, going to be boosted up, looking for one cheeky kill. Ooh, almost gets caught. Almost gets caught looking over towards logs. So the boost is negated.
NaVi making noise all across the map right now. Out into middle, out into this stack, but with only the pistols.
Damn.
MPL, just no mercy. Bloodlust and even took Electronic out of the round. That's one way to try and assert some dominance.
Yeah, I like it. And Simple's got them trapped inside the B bomb site, so Teslas will be the bait. He's jumping. Simple knows there's more coming. He knows it's not just one player. Ready for the second, and he gets them both. 8-4. NaVi starting to pile on their own map pick to start this series. Elimination series at Blast Worlds. One of these two teams is going home, and NaVi's got the early advantage.
I do love how even in that moment there, like Simple, great read on this.
Heroic trying to come in with a new philosophy, deny access to Banana for NaVi. Early utility, early aggression as well. They're going to come right through this smoke, and Heroic's ready. Config with one, but Perfecto doubles up. The bomb is still dropped to the base of T-Ramp, so someone's going to have to go pick that up, but they've got control of the bomb site. They've got plenty of utility to re-smoke once this bomb starts making its path back. And they even got NPL over towards the A bomb site and alt mid, just looking and making sure nobody's going to push down and flank. Excuse me, that's Bit. They look the same on the minimap, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, NaVi kind of know that, like, if they don't lose anyone here, they probably just win the round. So what you really don't want is for that nade stack to have found a kill. And because it doesn't, Heroic, you know, they're all here. They're going to give this a little look in, a little push and a prod. And with that kill coming through the pipeline, all right, now they're probably interested. Now they're enticed. Yabi has given them something to go off of. As mentioned coming into this, they didn't have a kit. They were always going to be pressed for time, and a lot of it is ticked off that bomb already. Util coming over, Electronic forced wide around the pillar. He was ready for exactly this. Bit and him, lovely crossfire between the two of them, and Bit has mopped up these remaining players. Cadian just has to save. And it's combat saving at that. They are all looking in the ruins, and it's only a matter of time before Bit finds you.
Bit is 17-5 right now. He is having himself a game, even outside of the clutches, just volume fragging in this first half. A disgusting performance. This is a great double kill to transfer upward. Teslas couldn't get the trade fast enough, but then it's all Bit from here. Good headshot onto Yabi. Yeah, I'm on. It's feeling good. It's feeling good, baby.
Yeah, it's also, I think it's just a nice feeling that they didn't even have to fight for it. Like, outside of him getting those 2 kills, it's just like the ultimate winning feeling, you know? Even now, he's continuing just this domination of the apartments, taking it away alongside MPL.
And remember, this level out of Bit is what spurred NaVi forward to the dominant position they were at the end of last year. Like, this was the rise of Bit that really brought NaVi to a new level. So, man, if he's going to keep this up through the whole series, Heroic's got a battle in store for him.
They're taking a bit of a gamble here, right? They kind of don't really have much to lose in this instance, being down 3v5 on the partial buy. So they full gamble everyone over towards B, but look at NaVi, man. This was never meant to be a B play. Perfecto's just here to lurk on them, and that flash even sets him up for the kill at top banana. The rest of NaVi is starting to give this A site a bit of a push, a bit of a prod. Perfecto might even be about to get this info that both these players are over at B.
Ooh, lurking in. Sees the shoulder. Lots of damage onto Yabi. Nice cleanup. Cadian the only one remaining. He'll get the kill. It looks like Simple wants to go deny the save of the AK-47. Cadian's at 17 health. And yeah, if you're NaVi, throw everything at it. Take that gun away. Last round coming up next. No reason to preserve any kind of money, and you got plenty to drop weapons over.
I like it. Good old Electronic, just playing the anti-throw, not letting them
yeah, he really is.
Ninja defuse. He's like, yeah, you guys go hunt.
Every team needs one player like that.
Yeah.
That sticks by the bomb no matter how unlikely it is.
I mean, we even had that moment yesterday where there could have been an ninja defuse on Anubis because everyone went hunting. But Canadian, will he get away with this?
No way.
Right here. And, well, NPL will not let it happen.
Yeah, I think you could see Caden even just kind of shaking his head at the end of that, and he's like, well, this is one of those games, and obviously back to address the mid portion of that attack, and off that, the response from Navi was to aggressively attack towards CT spawn, just swing and make sure you get those 2 kills. So both teams played it really well, and Bit comes out on top. Again, a great headshot, and he's got no fear.
It looks like he's on rails. Like, this is like the single-player campaign right now. He's just running in and finding success every step of the way. Bit fighting over towards long. He netted them the opener. Do they want to keep this pace high? After Bit's early kill in towards this A side of the map, it looks like it. They're grouping in the apartments. They're grouped in top mid. Gonna try and split this, and there's Perfecto really giving you a reason to hit this A bomb site now. One man in the site in Shush. He does have a bit of a bait from long right, firing through that smoke, trying to give him a chance to fight back, but it's just 1 kill from the site man. This is gonna come down to the retake. Moving in fast. Heroic aren't waiting around. They're going to try and throw this off with the pace. Electronic at a great spot to shut this all down, but it might never even come down to that, as the spam could do it. Tess says so low. Not a hope in the world to win this one, and there's the nade to seal the deal. It's a lights out.
It's going to keep his powers on the CT side. Simple is. Good headshot onto Yabby. Now he sees them turning the corner. He can be safe. He can wait. He can give Bit the attention, the chance to be involved now. Headshot from Bit, and the hit continues, but it gets stopped.
Yeah, just 2 players here. Least defended side of the map, but you wouldn't know it if you're Heroic. Lit up by Bit and Simple. That little apartment's pit crossfire destroys the short play. And I mean, you said, you know, is Bit going to keep this up? Looks like he's giving us a resounding, yes, I am.
That's a 2v5 at this bomb site, and Simple and Bit handle it with aplomb. Ooh, okay. See ya, Katie. Very casual, didn't it? I don't think I realized how much I missed seeing these kinds of games at a Bit until just now. It's
the reminder we all wanted, you know? Like, here it is, here he is, hear him roar. Even Daddy Electronic wanting to get involved. Oh, no. He threw the flashback, tried to give himself a way to get set up, but it actually ended up being the thing that tore him down.
Good opening for Config. Can they build upon it? They've got utility. They've got good amount of weapons as well. Simple's shifted over to the B bomb site. Here comes the challenge. Perfecto on first oranges. Over the top. He's got some damage onto Shush, but they can't clean it up.
And now the push looking to come through. Simple gonna have to have successes where Bit was able to stick the landing back at the site. Simple's only good for 1. And even though they trade evenly inside of B, it's that 1 kill earlier on onto Electronic that went untraded that's kept the scales tipped in favor of Heroic.
Oh my god, he even had a perfect
nade.
If that had taken out Shush, this retake would have been on. I think they might still go for it. There's no kit on either of these 2 players. And no, they're gonna back away. They're willing to concede. They've got a huge lead. Don't want to risk the weaponry, the economy. So a 5th round for Heroic as they're back on the board. Navi ended that first half with a 7-round streak.
Game he's having. And the line they wanted with this round, they run right at him in top mid and knock him out of the round early. Simple tries his hand at the no-scope on the scout, but ends up paying the price for it.
Oh, turns away. Config comes back. Good spray, good control. NPL gets 2 from Hulls, but he's brought down very low, and now he's the only one left. Tesses hunts him down, 12-6.
So that little attempt at the kind of force back around the safe guns doesn't take Navi anywhere. Lovely openers for Shush.
PL boosted up.
On the back of all that nade damage, this could be one of these rounds where, like, if this was Outsiders playing right now and they try to take the first fight and it doesn't go their way, they're saving. Like, it's It's a bit of a rough way to find yourselves, but they do get a lot of space at least over here in mid, right? They've thrown the smoke to split this A side of the map, but the bomb was alone on short, and MPL's just dropped it. They're now on a rescue and recovery mission, but they've at least got past the gates into the A site. That bomb still dropped in top mid. No one from NaVi can watch it. Electronics nearby, trying to flank the apartments. Trying to make a big brain play, and well, yappy.
Oh my lord.
Electronics slipped right past him. They have got no idea that anyone could be here. This trigger discipline needs to be everything. Electronic with one, tries to stop the plant, but Config domes him. And so that was the attempt at the hero play. That was the make or break of that retake. And with only one kill found from it, a really nice idea, but it won't go any further than that.
Yeah, that was actually sick from Electronic. I was surprised that with that kind of a play, Simple and Perfecto stayed so far away from the action. It's almost like they just said, we're saving. If you do some kind of crazy 1v4 heroics, awesome. But that might have been a play that could have spurred them forward into a retake. Still, 8th round for Heroic. They find the winning recipe, wrapping around just 2 defenders at the A bomb site. I think Simple saw the little hat. Couldn't get a clean shot.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, the little like puffy flat cap look.
I was gonna call it a beret, but I don't know if it's actually a beret.
No, I give us a look at this, Jason. I guess that is a beret. It looks like one.
Yeah, it's close enough. Dwindling. It's dwindling fast. And now I think we've gotten to that point where it feels, what a nade stack.
Yeah.
That's good read. That's a really good read for Heroic with that ult being saved.
The crazy thing is, I think the nades have blown the AWP away. They couldn't even find it. Just tried running up to the smoke. Oh, no, hang on, there it is. Perfecto just didn't grab it the first time around. He has juggled that Famas onto Bit, so they've kind of rearmed and replenished inside of B, but do they have the manpower? Bit comes through the smoke, only good for one. Perfecto, back of the site, can't find the chain kills together on that AWP. The other 2 for NaVi moving in. I mean, they got pistols armor. They're buying next round anyway. They could justify giving this a bit of a look in. But they will be hard-pressed to find much. This fight's weighted pretty heavily, and Electronic does win that out. With Config dead and AK retrieved. Don't write them out of this yet. Electronic on a tear, trying to make this retake happen. Tesses left alone. It's down to the 1v1. Electronic swings, but Tesses wins.
What a great recovery. Huge for Tesses to keep this comeback alive. That would have been devastating. Just 3 rounds away now. Electronic makes that super interesting. These are some great kills. Config sliding in. You don't need to be that aggressive in that situation. Gave him the opportunity. Ooh, it's almost like I was casting the replay. 12-9. I think we've got. I think Heroic have done a really good job of surviving to the point where now.
Names a guy like Simple could certainly do with switching on a little bit more right now.
Yeah, who's gonna step it up in the second half? You already had Bit carry you through the T side. Now you need a defender to hold his ground. Oh, Bit. They shift him over to B and Banana early. He takes a ton of damage, down to 34 health. NPL looks like he's going to have a lot of attention, a lot of responsibility.
This is a lot to do for just one guy. Oh, Yappy, how does he win that? Simple tries to come through the smoke, but look at this. It's just a whirlwind of death inside of A, mate. Run away, Bit. Run away. It's all you've got left. NaVi have to let yet another round slide by. Heroic with a clean-cut A play. And even in amidst all the madness, Cadian rid them of a B player. It was like everything NaVi attempted there to regain a bit of space to try and make that not feel so brutal only made matters worse.
And the cool thing is, in the big picture, Heroic has now exposed and actually taken advantage of these triple B starts for NaVi. So that might not be an option for the defense moving forward. We've seen them get up mid and wrap around 2 defenders at the A bomb site. Now it's a timing holes pop right out of spawn. Really taking advantage of a lack of a 3rd defender there. And that's a great shot from Config.
That's just ludicrous, isn't it?
Oh my.
I couldn't even really see Electronic there from...
Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead.
Oh, he gets out. He gets out. He does manage to stay alive. So Bit keeps that M4 rolling over into the next round. This was crazy. Imagine how MPL feels after that. Like, you at least want to go 1-for-1 in that position, and it felt like you were going to.
Yeah, that's a... Oh, God.
Like, imagine you win that fight as well. Ugh.
Showing some resilience. They've stuck in this game as well as they could, and it's given this opportunity. They've closed the gap to just 2. A massive 6-round streak of their own to bring them back into Inferno.
I like what we're seeing here, right? They kind of put the fear in NaVi very early on over towards that B side of the map, spotting the AWP and, you know, having it return some fire at the attempted aggression. Now they spread out a little bit. They throw this util into top mid, but the boost from Bit is a nice note. It'll give that info that no one's actually aggressed with the top mid smokes. They're nothing more than a bit of trickery right now, and that's why we're seeing this rotate happen.
Exactly. That piece of information is giving them a heads up that perhaps the B bomb site is in some trouble or about to be in some trouble. This is a full evacuation for NaVi. This is, I wouldn't call this a straight up gamble stack because they have some intel that mid wasn't taken, but there's still potential that Heroic can fall back on this. Oh, Heroic wants to find it. He wants to know what's coming. He gets 2. Oh, maybe a 3rd. He's got the dink. Push forward. You deserve it, but he's going to play it smart. 5 on 3. And now they've got to hustle back.
Yeah, the weird thing is that was so successful that now it's going to force the A play into the empty A bomb site. Tessez could still recover this if he can hold back the rotations, but it's a lot of work for just one man, and Perfecto will get rid of him. Yabby and Cadian. Cadian wounded from earlier on. That skirmish with a fired up electronic at the top of Banana. They've got to see this one through to the very end. Smoke down at Moto's nice. Gives them just that much more breathing room, but you do need Yabby down in the pit to find success. Cadian dead. Another one of these boosts rings out for NaVi, and they find it on a low buy. That hero, M4, barely having to get involved. It's Electronic taking all the glory with his 5-7 play. This was meant to be like a kind of suicide push into Banana that tempts them into the stack. And instead, it was so good that they found 2 kills and sent Heroic in.
Electronic's going to push up, looking to deny access to Banana and map control on this side of the map.
Players in transition right now for NaVi. On the back of having this info down towards Banana, you kind of forward player and Perfecto just staring down the line. Maybe had to get that info ahead of time as to whether or not this looks like the B play. That frees up the extra man to go and support that A side of the map, and there's even util dropped here for Perfecto to fall back on. Bit of noise getting made, bit of pressure getting applied to this side of the map. Now there will come a time where that could draw this 4th man back from the A site, and that might be exactly what Heroic want. They've lobbed in this util, they've got some out of NaVi, and they did consider dismantling the 4-man stack, but Electronic, something went off in his brain. He's like, no, we're gonna commit to this. We're gonna call their bluff, and he might have called it at the perfect time. Symple on the balcony, Electronic at long. Good spam damage from the IGL, but it's returned by Config. Bit dead after 1. So Symple and this Sightman and MPL have got to do the heavy lifting. There's the lineup. Symple tears them down. And NaVi start to chain together some rounds now, finding their footing onto 14. And it's that crossfire of Symple. It's the decision from Electronic to commit to that stack that serves them so well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think with Electronic coming over, even though he doesn't get any kills, just does damage, I think the fact that they would have never expected this crossfire. They'd already got... But do they have another streak in them to bring it to overtime?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. They tapped out, what, last time at... 6 in a row. They got to try and manage just shy of that again to pull this back into OT. Config's already been naded down low. Half health on the D garment. But the point man in this one of these rifle players, Shush is Mac 10 as well, might look to lead the fray. It was him who kind of started this off by creating a lot of space for Heroic in these A plays, fighting from the front. But this time NaVi have a crossfire lying in wait. We've seen Heroic be uprooted by crossfires similar to this all tournament long. Let's see if they can finally get past it. Util going over. MPL tries to swing it wide. That feeds into the beast. Simple on long. Lines up two. The spray is controlled. And he'll keep this even. Bit from the pit. Out in the open now. And he's taking names. Look at this. Crossing into the site. Bit is lighting them up. And it ends how it all started with Bit